Doing? My name is Freddie Johnson, and I live in Atlanta, Georgia. I am originally from Albany, New York, and I moved down here in 2015. And you can catch me here, Clippers to Commas, also Instagram, Clippers to Commas, and TikTok as well. Um, Let me see. Now, you can also catch me on Booksy if you want to make an appointment. It's freddythebarber.booksy.com, freddythebarber.booksy.com. I take appointments pretty much around the clock. You can contact me if you want to get a haircut. I've been cutting hair since I was 13 years old, and I'm 49 now, and I am looking forward to the future. I'm looking for opportunities to be able to teach barbering and to teach entrepreneurship to youth ages 13 to 17 years old so that they can learn the easier way. They won't have to make the same mistakes that I made. They can be able to grow in leaps and bounds in this industry and even become seven-figure and maybe eight-figure earners by the time all is said and done with what they'll be able to do in this barbering industry. The Bureau of Labor Statistics states that barbering in the next 10 years is going to increase in employment by 7%, which is the fastest growing industry in the world. And I believe there are several reasons for that. One of the reasons being because of the fact that we are hard to replace. I'm not saying we're irreplaceable, but we are definitely hard to replace as barbers when it comes to our experience, when it comes to the human touch, when it comes to the handling of dangerous instruments and implements that we use on a day-to-day basis, that close hand-on-hand, contact that we have with our customers, with our clients. All of these things are to be taken into consideration when you are thinking about how hard it is to replace us. Other than that, I have actually watched bots make mistakes with simple things. When it comes to, just regular functioning and operation, I've seen some really like scramble and short circuit, in some cases blow up. I have seen some who have been programmed even to shoot shots, and help training NBA players and actually miss shots. Now, these instruments are supposed to have, calculations that help them to be able to do amazing things when it comes to, if it's the medical field, if it's, in the fintech field, if it's even in scanning groceries. Sometimes you might go to certain aisles and it's a self-checkout and you have to stop and wait for a human being. What's going on? Videos by Audrey. How you doing? So sometimes you have to stop and you have to have a supervisor or a team member come and make a correction because you're just trying to scan your groceries and there's an error. You understand what I'm saying? So I'm doing excellent. Just sharing information about this barbering industry and where it's going in the next 10 years. It is growing by leaps and bounds. 7% increase they're expecting in the next 10 years. And I believe that's because of the fact that we are hard to replace. We are definitely hard to replace in what we do. And people are seeing that the barbering industry is getting more and more valuable. Barbers are getting paid more and more, and people are doing the math. They are looking at barbers, they are looking at their followers, they are looking at the amount of money that they're making for a haircut. They are looking at the fact that we set our own schedule, that we don't have to be tied in to, a strict 9 to 5 schedule. We can take breaks off. We can go pick up our children. We can breathe. We can take different types of breaks that we might want to take. We might have to stop in the middle of the day if we want to and go ahead and go to the gym. or something like that. These are just the type of things that we can do. Or if we need to stop and get supplies, we can stop and go do that. They're looking at the freedom that we have as barbers. So with that freedom comes a responsibility. And they also see that barbers are getting better at handling our responsibility, taking care of clients, taking a lot less, a different type of unnecessary breaks, especially while there's a client right in the chair. They see us getting more professional about how we present ourselves, about how, we show up on social media, on how we show up when it comes to our skills, how we show up when it comes to using state-of-the-art equipment. Barbers are constantly shopping for better and better equipment. We don't have to wait for some type of federal funding in order to upgrade our systems. As entrepreneurs, that's something that we can do on our own. So clients are getting impressed on seeing us constantly make upgrades, getting better clippers, getting better shears, getting better liners. You know what I'm saying? And just doing a lot of things that our clients need in order to be able to give them the experience that they're looking for. Hello, Anne-Marie. Is that your role? Did I say your name right? Monk, what's going on? How you doing? So they're seeing us step it up as entrepreneurs. They're seeing more barbers get away from a hustling mentality and getting more into a business owner's mentality. And the more and more we have a business owner's mentality and treat our station, like a business within a business, or treat our shop as seriously as, people do with these corporations, there are more and more people that are flocking to the barbershop. Plus, you got to consider the fact that, I hear you videos by Audrey. So you're considering the fact also that barbers are becoming like superstars in a lot of different ways. You know what I'm saying? Barbers are becoming like celebrities in a lot of different ways. Everywhere that we go, people are starting to recognize us, whether we, cut their hair personally, or they see us on social media and things of that nature. You know what I'm saying? And people like that type of attention. So more and more people are looking at the barber industry as something that is attractive. There are a lot of things that goes into who we are and what we do. So it's almost impossible at this point for a bot to replace the trust that we have with the people. You understand what I'm saying? You're dealing with another human being with a very intimate service. You know what I'm saying? You're in a very intrusive service. You know what I mean? Like, we all up in your face. We shaving your face. We cutting your hair. We using shears, clippers, straight razors. All of these things take place during the course of the service. Hot towels. The towel can't be too hot. A bot, if it's malfunctioning and it's putting a towel that's too hot on a person's face or a person's head or whatever, somebody might get burned. You know what I'm saying? There's going to be a lawsuit. These type of things you got to take into consideration. So it's going to be very hard to replace us. Other than that, another reason why it's hard to replace us, because we're humans having a human experience, and you're being serviced by a human who's also having a human experience and who's probably have had a human experience longer than you have. So, or experience in a certain, field or whatever longer than you have. So there is an opportunity for a different type of connection to be made. There is an opportunity for an actual relationship to be established. You know what I'm saying? I've cut families for generations. I've cut the father and the son, and then the son grows older and now he starts to have children. So I'm cutting now the grandson or grandsons, depending on how many children the grandson has. Because like I said, I've been doing this since I was 13 years old. I'm 49 now. You understand what I'm saying? So I have a lot of experience in servicing families. I have a lot of experience in connecting with people for generations. You can't build that same type of relationship with a bot. You can't build that same type of relationship with somebody who can't feel you like you can feel them, with somebody who can't necessarily connect to you like you can connect to them, or share information from their actual experience. You know what I'm saying? That you can actually feel, that you can actually relate to, that you can actually apply to your life, you know? And there's so many other things that come into place when it comes to who we are and what we do. And plus, you have more and more people in a position where they're looking at the barbering industry and they're saying to themselves, it's not that bad. You know, I actually, you know, they're doing the math. I actually have the potential to make 6 figures. I have the potential to make 7 figures, to make 8 figures, because they're seeing everything that they can do with it. I can open my own shop. I can come up with my own product line. You know, I can do a chain of barbershops. I mean, there's tons of different things that you can do. They look at this industry and they're like, man, I can teach, I can instruct, I can go ahead and I can educate people at hair shows. I can travel from hair show to hair show and share what I've learned in the industry and even make more money, meet more people, you know, and I can help so many more people in this industry. I can write ebooks. I can write a book, you know, based on stuff that I've learned. And it's something I'm actually working on now. I'm writing an ebook currently, and I'm going to be releasing it very soon. I've been working on this ebook for a while, and I believe it's going to be very informative, and it's going to help a lot of people. So look out for it. It's going to be coming out real soon. It's called Clippers to Commas. You know what I'm saying? And so people are looking at this industry, and they're saying, man, there's so much more that you can do with it. And plus, social media helps, because way back before there was social media, people had no idea what it took to be a barber. So I was constantly asked the same questions over and over and over again. How'd you get started with this? You know, what did you do? You know, was you an apprentice? Did you go to school for this? You know, what type of things, what type of steps did you have to go through in order to be able to get into this industry? And how do you learn at this point? And how do you grow and develop and so on and so forth? And now with social media, with books that have already been released, with ebooks that are out, you know, and in the future, we're going to have more and more, you know, audio books, YouTube videos, all different types of stuff that people can use to educate themselves. Not only that, but there's been a lot more edutainment, you know what I'm saying? Educational entertainment available about the barbering industry. There are more and more people who are, you know, doing little skits and stuff on social media, and they're actually seeing like, man, these people have time to make money and they got time to make funny skits. Like, this is something that I can do. This is something that I can be successful at. You know what I'm saying? I can grow a YouTube following. I can grow a following on social media and make money that way too. You know, there's so many different things that people now see that they can do with this barber industry that will help them to grow in so many different ways. So that's another reason why so many more people are being attracted to the barber industry. And plus, they're seeing that, hey, I can get started with this at a young age. Like I said, I started at 13. You know what I'm saying? And this is something that I believe that I can teach a 10-year-old, a 12-year-old, a 15-year-old, you know, in different stages in their life and in their personal development, and help them not only to be a good barber, but to help them to be a better person. You know, one of my dreams is to be able to establish a non-for-profit helping young people from the ages of 13 to 17, entrepreneurship and barbering, so that they would be able to have a jump and a grasp on this industry. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, my name is Freddie Johnson. I'm originally from Albany, New York. I live in Atlanta, Georgia. I've been cutting hair since I was 13 years old. I'm 49 years old now. If you want to book an appointment for a haircut, you can catch me at Freddie the Barber, Freddie the Barber, at Booksy.com. You know what I'm saying? I'm here currently at Top Class Barber Squad, 1659 DeFore Avenue Northwest Atlanta, Georgia, 30318. And I'm here. It's 11 o'clock at night, and I am here. Why am I here this late? Because of the fact that, yes, I am one of the 24-hour barber boys. So being a 24-hour barber boys, we all used to work together at a 24-hour barbershop. And what I want to do is to rebuild that type of business model. And all this is going to take is for more and more people to know that we are here, that we are available. By the summertime, we are going to be busy at this time on a regular basis because people are going to know we are here. Why? Because we are making efforts to get the word out. You know what I'm saying? We're making efforts to spread the news that we are here, we are available, you know what I'm saying? And we give good haircuts all around the clock. You know what I'm saying? So these are areas in which the barber industry is getting impacted. You know, you can work as early or as late as you want in this industry. There are people that work all different types of shifts. And all they need to know is that somebody's really here and they'll pull up. It doesn't matter what day it is. It doesn't matter what time it is. They just need to know somebody's here. You know, this is a fairly new shop and we're building, we're growing, you know what I'm saying? So at sometimes as an entrepreneur, you have to be willing to sacrifice some time in order to be able to grow your business. You know what I'm saying? And one ways that I'm growing it right now is I'm live on YouTube, letting people know that we're here at the barbershop. So when you're in town, I don't care if you are in Tokyo, if you are in the Philippines, if you are in California, if you are in North Dakota, when you are in Atlanta, come to Top Class Barber Squad, 1659 DeFore Avenue, no matter how early, no matter how late, you know, you can make your appointment or you can walk in, you can come in and you can get a haircut. This is the fastest growing industry in the world right now, and they're projecting that it's going to stay that way for the next 10 years. You know what I'm saying? Why? Because we're popping. But it's not just that. But we take care of people. You know what I'm saying? We're one of the few places where a man can go and just take a deep breath and just take care of him. 9 times out of 10, you know, men and women get haircuts now too, but it's mostly men that come here. Men take care of their families before they take care of themselves. You know, a lot of women, they say that they do that, but in actuality, most times a man does like a number full of honeydews, you know what I'm saying, for his wife or even for his mom, for his children, for his job. You know what I'm saying? He's doing a whole bunch of tasks for everybody else before he finally comes and takes care of himself. And the barbershop is a place where he can do it. He can talk whatever he want. He want to talk trash. You know what I'm saying? He want to talk politics. He want to talk religion. He want to complain about women. Whatever he wants to do, we're here as a sounding board to be here for him, to support him. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes talk trash with him. Sometimes give him wisdom or her wisdom. You know what I'm saying? Or sometimes, you know, just be that sounding board that they can go ahead and just get stuff off of their chest. Or we can just enjoy a good movie sometimes. You know what I'm saying? Enjoy a good podcast, you know, and we can play anything, whether it's something clean or whether people cursing up a storm. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is a place where people can really come and be themselves. You understand what I'm saying? And you have some barbershops where, you know, they serve drinks. You have some barbershops where, you know, you can go ahead and get a non-alcoholic beverage. You know, you can get a soda, juice, you know, things of that nature, and enjoy it while you're waiting for your haircut or while you're actually getting your haircut. You understand what I'm saying? And a lot more people are learning that you can actually train your barber. Yes, you can train your barber. You can let them know exactly how you like your line. You can let them know exactly how high or how low you like your fade, or the right temperature that you like on your towels. You know what I'm saying? The right pressure that you need in certain areas on your shave. I have some clients, they're kind of really sensitive. Their skin is really sensitive over their mustache. So I got to go over it real light with the razor. You understand what I'm saying? You can train your barber. There's some people who don't realize that. And I'm here to help you with this information right now before I go. You can train your barber how to cut your hair. If your barber is, or even before you get in a chair, you can just let him know exactly. Don't just say a taper. Don't just say a fade. Let him know how high you want the fade. If you want a high and tight, if you want a medium fade, if you want a low fade, if you want a drop fade, if you just want to taper the sides, if you want the sides tapered all the way to the skin, or if you want to leave a little bit of hair on the side so you can keep your sideburns, if you want the back round or squared or tapered out, you understand what I'm saying? If you have some cowlicks, you know, places of concern, if you have some balding areas that you want the barber to go ahead and take it lightly, you share that with your barber, okay? And if there's something that you've experienced the first time that you want that barber to maybe do differently or to improve on, talk to your barber about it, okay? 9 times out of 10, your barber's not gonna have a problem with it. They're gonna go ahead and give you the service that you need, and you'll be happy with that barber. Because sometimes people might like a barber, but there's something about the service that they didn't like. So they might have had a real good rapport, but the barber might have done something they didn't like, and they didn't communicate with that barber, and they just went ahead and left that barber, and the next time they just went to somebody else. 9 times out of 10, if somebody comes to me and asks me that, matter of fact, I think I do it all the time. I ask them, you know, did you talk to your barber about that? You know what I'm saying? If they come to me after having a bad experience with a barber, yeah, he was cool, blah, 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 this and that, but I ain't like the way he did this, I ain't like the way he did that. And I'll ask, did you speak to the barber? Excuse me, did you speak to the barber about that? Did you talk to the barber? Did you communicate with the barber about that? And most times the answer is no. So just know you can train your barber. And that's another thing that's cool about this industry that helps us to continue to grow, because we can always grow, we can always change, we can always work our program according to each and every client that comes in the door. Your service will be catered just for you. Sometimes I give my client the remote, especially if it's just me and them in the shop. I might give them a remote, like, what do you want to watch? Or I might ask them, you know, what's your favorite artist? What's your favorite type of music? You know what I'm saying? What's your favorite show? You know, so on and so forth. And I might go ahead and put that on for the client, man. Especially if it's just me and them. At the end of the day, I'm gonna be here all day. I can watch whatever I want to watch. They might have just a short period of time. They might come here on their lunch break. They might be coming here before work or after work, probably go home and not have control over the remote, because the wife and kids got all the control over the remotes. You know what I'm saying? So I take care of them while they're here. You know what I'm saying? Give them what they need while they're here. You know, help them feel at home, help them feel like a king, help them feel like a queen when they're in the shop. These are just some reasons why we are and will continue to be the fastest growing industry in the world. There's more to share, but I don't want to keep y'all too long. But let's continue to build. Let's continue to grow. You got anything you want to share in the comments, please share. And let's continue to get to the next level, because guess what? We're going to get there. And I want to get there together. All right? I'll holla at y'all later. Thank y'all for listening. Share this live. You know what I'm saying? I want to know what your friends think too. All right? I'll talk to y'all later. Peace.